Hello, hello. Welcome to my
To do? Why don't I tell you a
Genshin
story?
Impact stream. I hope the audio is okay. Let me just send some messages out. Let people know. And yeah, we're going to be playing Genshin Impact. We're going to start with some of the Wii some of the U Yule Hangouts, and maybe we're gonna get into the Lantern Rite. First, I do wanna just strong box some stuff right now while I'm here. Okay. Until streamer luck exists. Okay. I need an HP one. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's right. But give me that one. Which one was the one that I just got? It was attack. I'll mark them later. But we are going to start with Eugene's because I started hers before and we're doing it again now. Yeah. Okay. I do have this quest to do, but I will do it later. I have unreached endings. Crisis averted. Continue playing. Turn to the Yule's Avenger Guild.
Can you put a few more adventurers on the case or something? The clock's still ticking away.
Please have faith in him. Ah, they've returned.
Yunning, we're back.
Eugene, are you okay? Are you hurt? Do you need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy?
No, I'm fine. You don't need to worry. When it's time to go on stage, I'll be there.
Look, I get it. You like to go out exploring. That's fine. But do you really have to go off thrill-seeking this close to the show? You have to take better care of yourself, okay? For all our sakes. For the opera troupe and for your audience. We're just lucky we had the Traveler to help out. What if something had happened to you, huh? What would I say to our audience,
Well, I would say the best way to make it up to our audience is to give them the best performance we can.
So true,
Don't you
Eugene.
agree? While I'm off stage, as long as there is something, anything I can do to improve my acting ability, even the slightest amount, I can't pass up the opportunity.
So true.
You know, I don't know what to say anymore. Traveler, please, you tell her.
So, what's your honest opinion?
You made a good point, Eugene.
I'm glad you agree. Right, then let's get preparing.
Hey, Traveler, get over here. You've only
We
just
barely
managed
moved.
to bring Eugene back. Now you're taking her straight back out again? What's the big idea? The next show is just days away. Please, if not for me, then for the sake of the opera troupe, I'm begging you. Help me convince her that at the end of the day, she's gotta fall in line.
That is not going to be an easy task.
Well, okay, maybe that's asking the impossible. But at least try and keep her distracted.
I guess.
Please, just keep her occupied until the next show. No more thrill-seeking.
No promises.
What are you two talking about? If it doesn't involve me, I think I'm going to.
You go, girl.
You know what? It does involve you, actually. The Traveler was saying, come on, help me stall her.
Oh? Well, what do you need from me?
I want to become an actor.
You want to become an actor?
You
Simply Fontaine things.
Yes, of course he does. He was just telling me that he's interested in exploring his dramatic side and would like you to give him some coaching. Right, good. Well, let's not beat around the bush. Traveler, your master awaits.
Totally.
Hold on. I don't know if I'm really ready to take on students yet.
Who cares? We can.
Please, this is the day you've dreamed of, isn't it? You certainly talk about it enough. And look, now he's here, ready and willing.
I guess.
Okay,
Totally
okay,
willing.
I get it. You can stop now. Whew. I am delighted that you wish to study the performing arts from me. But the issue is, before you could become my apprentice, I'd have to get approval from the founders that do an initiation ceremony. There just isn't time for all that right now. So, for now, I'll just teach you a few basics. Informally, one friend to another, there's no need to call me master.
What about coach?
What? Don't you think that's a bit old-fashioned? Let's work on that later. Until we settle on an appropriate title, just call me by my name. Let's meet tomorrow morning on the bridge by the sea at Feiyun Slope. I'll do my best to prepare a good first lesson for you.
Okay.
Phew, what a relief.
Okay, Yuning. I may have overeaten. J Chamber. Okay, where do I go? Feiyun Slope, right? Nope, we're going here. Feiyun Harbor is the word I'm looking for. I hope the volume is okay, because I'm not 100% sure how it is on your end, so just let me know if it sounds good or not.
Good. You're right on time. Punctuality is an essential quality if you want to make it big in the acting world. Without it, you won't be able to keep on top of all the work you need to do each day.
So, where should we start?
Well, first I'd like you to answer me one question.
Yep.
How many pigeons flew from the bridge when you were passing through?
6.
Close. It was 7.
No!
Anyway, the point of this question was to test your powers of observation. Eyes are the medium for the transfer of emotion. You must train your eyes to be bright, active, and strong. Watching the birds fly, hover around, and come into land will not only exercise your eyesight, but also cultivate attentiveness. Indeed, my own daily training routine starts right here. I watch the pigeons to train my eyes, and I sing to the tide to train my voice.
So next I need to train my voice?
All in good time. Grasping all the techniques involved in opera singing and posture is not an overnight process.
Yep.
Let's start from the very beginning, with some general theories to help you better understand the concept of performance.
The concept of performance?
Of course. I am in written correspondence with performers from many nations in Tibet,
Oh, well?
which has rather broadened my perspective
Fontaine?
on this topic. For example, let's start with something simple. How would you perform yourself? Try to relive the events of that day when you were battling against an ancient god and fighting off the Fatui. What can you see? What did you feel?
I saw
Now,
a
I
ginger.
want you to look out at the ocean in front of you and recall the raging waves and the atmosphere of peril from that day. Take a deep breath. Now, gradually, embrace the scene, immerse yourself in it, and let all the emotions back in.
The camaraderie of fighting alongside trusted companions.
Good, good. So that's how you felt. Next, I'd like you to focus on the goal you wanted to achieve at that time.
To protect Yue and my friends.
Good, yes. Use that. Okay, good. Now, all of this overwhelming emotion is welling up inside of you, and I want you to let it all out. all at once.
Fa la la.
Stop. Wrong. This is all wrong. There's no emotion, no soul.
Oop.
Granted, the character you are trying to portray is your own self, but your performance didn't do the scene justice at all. I couldn't hear you fighting for your life while gargantuan waves were crashing all around you. What I heard was the sound of someone doing vocal exercises by the beach on a calm day.
If I may, we are by the beach, and it is a calm day.
Here's the thing. When you're acting, it's not only about getting into character, you also have to recreate the scene in your mind as vividly as you can. Now, I appreciate that you did actually experience this particular scene for yourself, but maybe conjuring up specific details of your surroundings at the time is a little too advanced for novices.
Well, it was a life and death situation.
You're right. If we were looking for an environment to help evoke the emotions
I see
you
where we're
felt at
going
the
from
time,
here.
I suppose we could try again. A little farther afield, at Guyun Stone Forest.
No need to go all the way out there.
Too far away? Don't worry, I was just thinking aloud. Besides, even at Guyun Stone Forest, we'd still have trouble recreating the state of the sea that day. Let's try something else. Come with me to the suburbs just north of Liyue Harbor.
It's not too far from Liyue Harbor.
If you've got no objections, let's head off.
Why are we helping Ying again? These are suburbs? I didn't know these were suburbs. Because that definitely is a ruin guard.
The battle you fought on the Jade Chamber was a very strange set of circumstances, even for someone like you. It's quite normal that you can't get into character just like that. I know it's hard to recreate every facet of the experience in your mind, but what you could try is to replace the foes you faced in that scenario with ones you are much more familiar with.
What do you mean, replace?
I'll give you an example. Let's say you're performing a scene where your character experiences the grief and pain of a death, but you yourself have never experienced this kind of tragic loss before.
Tepe is dead. Ahaha!
Well, you can replace death with another, more familiar scenario that evokes a similar sense of grief and pain for you, such as you bust a gut trying to find a treasure chest, only to finally reach it and find it filled with cabbages and radishes.
Oh, the pain of it all.
Ah, now you're catching on. Action scenes work the same way. Perhaps the experience of facing an ancient god is a challenge to recreate, but if you're replaying the kind of actions you perform every day, you just need to let go, and your subconscious will guide you through. Come, show me how you normally fight. You can start with monsters nearby.
You gonna play with Yunjin? No, we don't. I see. Also, I have Sayu, and I should have Jean, because that's my normal team with this. Jean.
Let the wind lead.
Here's a new outfit, look at her. She's very pretty in both of her outfits.
They're coming. Just do what you normally do in this situation.
The power of Yoimiya.
Nice and spicy. Your turn, Shadow Raven. Let night.
Ah.
Time for a light show.
I did it. I'm the best.
Oh, that was wonderful. Such deft and fluid movements.
Totally.
Just like a real adventurer.
I am a real
Let's
adventurer.
perform the scene again now, while the battle is still fresh in your mind. Look at those red-clad scarecrows. But I want you to see them instead as those Fatui who brandish the sacrificial knives. Now, let us reenact the battle on the Jade Chamber. It's okay if you can't recall the events clearly. You can just replace them with the movements you are most familiar with. And... attack! The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballistas. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
Oh my gosh, how does she know this? Oh.
My royal fuse is lit.
How did he go?
I can't fault your movements in terms of technique, but Fatui are larger than most monsters. I don't think it was a conscious decision, but you were aiming a little too low, and you also didn't strike with enough force. Overall, it was just lacking that sense of being in the heat of the battle. Veteran practitioners of this acting method are able to adjust and embellish their real-life experience enough so that it makes an adequate substitute for the scene they are trying to portray.
Got it.
But adjusting deep-rooted habits to adapt them for the stage, that's no easy task.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
Still,
easy.
this was only your first time trying this method, and all things considered, I think you've done quite well. But judging from your movements, I think this next method might suit you a little better.
What is it?
Choreograph every aspect of your onstage performance in advance. Every movement, every facial expression, even your emotions, and rehearse it thoroughly. You can reference existing characters from opera or imitate similar people from your own life. In short, you want to pin down every detail of the character you want to portray in your mind, and then work through them methodically and find ways to bring them out.
I don't fully understand.
Well, in your case, what you need to do is imitate your past self. Think of yourself not as you, but as somebody outside this world controlling your every move.
Oh. 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 Is the wall... Has the fourth wall been broken? Oh my god. Think yourself, not as you, but as someone outside the world controlling your every move. I wonder who that is. That's even harder to understand.
It's complicated to explain, but once you give it a try, I think you'll get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Okay, how about we start by setting a simple scenario. The Fatui in red want to attack the Guizhong ballista, and the heavyweight guards in blue want to try and stop you. What you want to do is evade all the blues and go straight for the reds. Yes, I think that sums it up. There's
Yeah.
an open area to the north. I'll set up a stage for you. When you've finished rehearsing everything in your mind, come and find me.
Okay. Oh, rehearsing everything in my mind. Wonder why this stage isn't considered a roofing guard, that's why. Lamau.
Well, have you finished rehearsing?
I'm
No
ready.
need to rush. Take your time. I shall guide you with my voice.
Oh, I have to do me. We're just hitting the red ones. Hey yo.
Now that was a little better. You managed to bring out more of that fearless hero quality that time.
Hey yo, we did it. Fearless hero.
My hard work coaching you has finally paid off. This method might not sound as sophisticated and exciting as the first two, but it's the most popular choice for teaching beginners. Rigorous rehearsal and vocal training is at the core of this school of thought. It even works on those whose performance lacks emotional depth at first. As long as you practice diligently, with time, you will achieve mastery one way or another. Either your finely honed skills become a good substitute for innate talent, or the process of honing your skills cultivates genuine talent within you. People say that when you truly master the art of singing, even the birds and beasts will be drawn to your song.
That's amazing.
I know. I guess I still have a long road ahead of me when it comes to developing as a performer.
One thing, since this is the standard beginner's method,
Well, because even if I had, you wouldn't have put your heart into it. It's been written on your face this whole time. Just try and keep her occupied until the next show.
was it that obvious?
Don't forget that acting is my bread and butter. Did you really think I wouldn't be able to see through it? Still, this is a rare opportunity, and I hope you have at least learned something from it about the beauty of the performing arts. The operatic tradition carries countless historical memories within it. As long as the art is kept alive, the voices and faces of bygone heroes can be recreated on the stage for generation after generation.
Hey yo.
I hope that your voice and your face will make their mark on Liyue Opera too.
My voice and face?
As well as coaching you today, I have also been closely observing every move you make.
Oh well, I guess.
Do you remember the basics of the final method?
Imitate similar people from your own life.
Don't you think there's a striking similarity between you, who stood up for Liyue and fought off a god of old, and the divine damsel in the play?
Oh well.
With you as a reference in mind, I'm sure I can finally make a breakthrough in creating my own adaptation of this character.
So why was your first method to go put yourself in danger?
Because as far as I'm concerned, the immersion method, drawing on life experiences, and imitating others are all valuable acting methods. Even if my every movement is rehearsed to perfection, I can't move the audience without conveying emotion. And even if I fully master the character's emotions, a little choreography will help make the performance more polished and appealing. Whatever the method is, as long as it offers something that can improve my performance, I will always give it a try. Thank you for trying them out as well. It means a lot to me.
Whoa.
And congratulations on making it to the end of your first acting class.
When's my graduation ceremony?
Graduation ceremony? I'm afraid that's still a long way in the future. For now, I hope to incorporate part of you into my performance of the Divine Damsel. But one day, I hope to write an opera all about you. When that day comes, I hope you will be able to join me on stage and give me some constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It'll take a lot of hard work to reach the point where you're ready to go on stage. But I'll be here to keep you on track every step of the way.
You're such a strict teacher.
Here we go again. So old-fashioned. Then again, I suppose I will have to give you a lot of instruction along the way. And if I won't let you call me master, teacher, or coach, I've got to think of something you can call me. I've got it. You can call me mentor. What do you think?
That sounds good. Aww. The cast contemplates the play's meaning. Train a little harder today. That someday you might perform on the same stage. Oh, that was cute. Now die. Die. Okay, let's see. The next one. My primo gems. Oh, looks like we have to get all the way back here for the rest of the... Interesting, interesting. Alrighty.
Can you put a few...
Please have faith in
Yunning.
Yunji?
No.
Look, you have to take better. We're just lucky.
Well, while I'm off stage,
You know, you...
so
Ultimately, safety should come first.
Exactly. Just...
why do you make it sound like they are coming to see me and not the show?
Well, same difference, isn't it?
No, not really.
I don't think so. They seem quite different to me. Well, either way, you're quite right. I mustn't let down our audience, especially those who came from afar. And I certainly mustn't make you come out looking for me again. So I suppose I will put my training exercises on hold for a while.
Whew. I'm glad to know that the brightest star in my troupe is finally
Star,
gonna
you
start
say?
listening to reason.
Constellation, maybe?
I'm gonna head back and see how the set is coming along. Don't go disappearing on me again.
All right. I'll head back and do some rehearsing. It's no substitute for first-hand experience, but it should still help me iron out a few issues.
It's also much safer than first-hand experience.
Speaking of which, I haven't even thanked you properly for saving me. If you are free after the show, come and find me at Hayu Tea House.
Oop, okay. What time do I have to go there again? Okay. Oh, it's an over. Confirm. It's literally the next day though. So we're gonna do it again. Oh, how the clouds are not moving at all. they're just staying there. Only the moon and the sun is moving. Okay. Hey, you tea house.
Liyue opera is really something, but Liyue opera performed by Miss Yun, now that's something else.
Oop.
Thrilling performance. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. Your reputation is well deserved.
This Nyan is sus.
Well, I've had the pleasure of seeing the talented Miss Yun on stage many a time in the past, but the songs still sound fresh and new every single time. It's been barely a few days since I last saw you perform. Once again, Yun Jin, you've progressed by leaps and bounds.
Oh, you're far too kind, both of you. I'm still new to the profession, but I promised myself when I joined the troupe that I would strive to develop myself as a performer every day. And I wouldn't be where I am now without everyone's faithful support.
Nonsense, you're too humble, Miss Yun. You're a major celebrity. Who in Liyue hasn't heard the name Yun Jin?
Us
In the
until
circles I move
2.4.
in, anyone who
Drip
says
marketing.
they've never seen Yun Jin on stage is at risk of getting laughed out of business. As it happens, I have a business meeting at the Shinue kiosk with a client who is also a big fan of yours.
Ooh.
So, I was wondering if you'd perhaps like to join us for the meal.
Oh, me too. I booked a table at the Lioli Pavilion and was hoping you might join me.
This is kind of weird.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to both of you, but I won't be able to make it. I'm very grateful for the invitations, but I'm afraid I already have arrangements for this evening. Isn't that right, Traveler?
Sorry, I'm a little late.
Okay, you have plans, but you're really gonna pass this up? I mean, you could always reschedule.
So could you.
Wait a second, you're...
Am I really so famous in Liyue?
Well, I guess it's not going to work out today, then. Maybe another day, Miss Yoon.
I have elemental powers.
Huh. They took off pretty quick. Do they know something I don't? Haha, I guess I'll be leaving too. Wouldn't want to cramp your style.
Take care, both of you.
Suspicious.
Sorry that I
Suspicious.
can't see you off.
Very suspicious.
Thanks for coming to my rescue. Again. Look at you. You're a national treasure. Even Gentry Moutsai is in awe of you. I feel a little sorry for Shinue Kiosk and Liuli Pavilion. I just hope the food won't go to waste.
Well, why don't we go to Sinue Kiosk?
I don't think we'd be able to get a seat this late. But it's fine. I have a better place we can go.
Ooh,
Let's head downstairs. I owe you a big thank you tonight.
neat. Shangling.
Miss Yoon? Oh, wow, it's really you. I have just
It's
a
the
few
lantern right in
questions,
the
if you don't
background.
mind.
Hey, get back here. Oh, ditzy girl, you don't have a clue what you're doing.
Oh, this is.
Are you a journalist? If you'd like to arrange an interview, you'll have to liaise with my manager.
Sorry, Miss Yun. Don't mind her. She's just new and still learning the ropes. We'll leave you
Miss Yoon, I'm interested to know why you added a silk dance to the scene where the divine damsel makes her appearance.
You noticed that?
Yes, based on the original script, that scene would see your character perform the Adeptus Walk. But the addition of the silk dance meant that the whole way you carried yourself was so much more...
Animated.
Yes, but delicate and graceful, like a crane.
Oh, sorry. Which publication are you from? How come I haven't met you before?
Oh, well...
yeah, we're from the Steambird. I am Boy Yi, the editor-in-chief. And this young lady is Shuryun, one of my journalists. We were based in Fontaine. Just recently we
Fontaine?
moved back to Liyue.
Fontaine?
Oh, I see. You're from the Steambird. Then it's no wonder. Your journalist has clearly done her research.
That's very kind of you, but really, my level of knowledge is very basic compared to yours.
Hey, Miss Yoon.
Are these
is
Fontaine
throwing you a bone
clothes?
here.
I'm not
Make the
sure.
most of it, okay? Talk to her. Talk to her.
Oh, never mind.
Actually,
They're Liyue
I'm afraid
clothes.
there's somewhere I need to be. And I'd really need to clear this interview with my manager.
Let's play it safe and book the interview with your manager.
Yes, you're right. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid the troupe is pretty strict about the rules for this kind of thing. So we'll have to do this one by the book. Please liaise with my manager, and we can do this interview another day. The Steambird is a highly reputable publication, so I'm sure my manager won't give you a hard time. Once the interview is arranged, I'll be very happy to answer any and all questions you have.
But... fair enough. Sorry if we're being intrusive. Please forgive us. We'll leave you in peace. Hey, come on, quit dawdling.
Yes, I'm coming.
He's
Hi,
like the
Miss
he's like the J. Jonah Jameson
Hey, wait.
of
That's the wrong
of
way
the
if you wanted
vet.
to talk to my manager.
They're gone.
Oh well, never mind. I have a friend who works for a paper. I'll ask them later. For now, though, the top priority is making good on our plans.
Food.
Now that I think about it, I've turned down 3 social engagements tonight. Come with me. Our plan is the only one remaining, so let's make the most of it.
Yeah. I just realized I didn't have dinner yet. Oh ho ho. Are you going to Wanmin?
I can smell the fragrance of food in the air. Yes, Churhu Rock is definitely the place to go after a performance.
Are you taking me to Wanmin restaurant?
Oh? You're a fan of Chef Mao's cooking too?
I'm a fan of Shunling's cooking.
Wanmin Restaurant's blackback perch stew is hot, spicy, and fresh. But it's not kind on the throat, so unfortunately I can't eat much of it. Also, it's a bit cramped in there. I prefer open-air restaurants.
Oop.
Hey, have you been to Chen the Sharp's place before? His grilled tigerfish is the best around.
Oh, this one right
Third
here, I
Round
think?
Knockout and Wanmin Restaurant are both great restaurants. But when it comes to barbecue, this is the place
I'm
to
good.
go. Enjoying some nice food and drink, sitting by the hot coals in the cool breeze. Let's go.
Alrighty.
Tigerfish! Grilled tigerfish, hot off the grill! Oh, hey there. Is this a Miss Yoon which I see before me? It's been a while. What'll it be? The usual?
Yes, please. I'm out with my friend today. Let's start with a plate of stir-fried meat and a handful of skewers.
I'm so hungry now. Oh my god.
And of course, some grilled tigerfish. 2, please. One with just a hint of chili. And the other one,
Got it. Your grilled tigerfish will be ready soon.
Thank you.
Do you want any drinks with that?
You serve drinks here?
Yeah, I don't advertise it though, because it's just something I'm experimenting around with for fun.
Hey yo, we love experimenting.
Miss Yoon likes a drink with her barbecue, so I ended up getting her to try them out for me. So, would you two like some tea, or?
anything new?
Well, I managed to scrounge some milk from Dongchong next door. A merchant from Mondstadt told me a while back that there's this popular drink doing the rounds there called milk tea.
There's milk tea in Mondstadt? Since when?
I tried my hand at making it too, but the response has been kind of lukewarm. Still way off being ready to add to my menu.
Is it Mondstadt or Inazuma? That's Dango milk. Well,
Tea with milk? Sorry, milk tea? It might not be the best thing for my throat, but if I'm just having a little taste, I mean, I think it should be fine.
we're being judged.
Oh, but what about you? Anything you want to drink?
Milk
Okay,
tea.
let's get yours in first. And then I'll have one of each if that's all right. I'd like to try them all.
Okie dokie. And here's your tigerfish, fresh off the grill.
There's a grill.
Come on, let's enjoy it while it's still hot. Piping hot barbecue and a nice cool drink is the best sensation.
Oh, I want barbecue.
That was great. Shame about these drinks, though. I only had a little sip of each one, so there's a lot left over.
What do you want to do with the rest?
Well, I mean, I could just drink them, but they're a little bland for me. Nothing that special. I guess he must have toned down the flavors to make them palatable for a wider range of customers. We could just add some flavor back in? In fact, do you know the hot pot game?
No way!
Let's play the hot pot game with the
No! Oh my god, not the hot pot game! Oh my gosh. It's Toma all over
I'll add
again.
some extra ingredients based on my tastes, Then you try to guess what I added. Sound good?
Okay.
Don't worry. After mixing in the new ingredients, I'll also drink half. So I won't add any weird stuff.
Are you sure this is how the hot game is played?
We don't need to worry about every last detail. Come on. I'll go grab some ingredients from the shop next door. Once you've psyched yourself up, come and join me.
Okay. This is what we're supposed to do during the Toma event, the hot pot game. Oh.
Okay, get ready. Oh, and no peeking.
Avoid her gaze.
It's ready. Let me try it first. Pretty good. Your turn.
Savor the flavor. A wave of umami with a whiff of the sea. There was something solid floating in the drink, and it tasted great and refreshing. Complex flavors of a rich soup hit the back of your throat. How did you drink this with a straight face?
Oh, just regular facial expression control. Besides, it's nothing that unusual. I think it tastes okay, doesn't it?
It's more of a soup than a drink.
So did you work out what ingredients I added?
Whiff of the sea, something solid. I think it would be crab roe, tofu, and salt.
You guessed them all correctly.
Ayo.
You seem to have a well-developed
Why would you
palate.
put salt in tea?
We can try some more combinations next time. I wonder what kind of new flavors I could create with some more traditional teas, like pine nectar or snow blossom.
Ooh.
I can't wait to try it out. I'm getting excited just thinking about
I
it.
like this. I never thought this was what you'd be like off stage.
Well, people do often say that getting deep into a character is about identifying the part of you that is similar to them and bringing that into the performance.
Nice.
So in that sense, I can't say it's incorrect to conflate an actor and the characters they play on some level. But there are many more sides of me than the few you see on stage. So ultimately, yes, I am not the same person on stage as I am off stage. Sometimes, when I get letters from people, I can tell from the way they write that they see me as someone cold and aloof. I can write back, but I have to be very careful about what I say. Likewise, when I get invited along to banquets and so on, I have to make sure to keep myself calm and composed the whole night.
You're on stage for
You think so? So you prefer the way I am on stage too?
Oop.
It's fair enough. After all, every detail of my onstage presence, from the songs
I feel
to
bad.
the costumes and makeup, is carefully crafted for maximum appeal. And I've worked hard to try and cultivate an image that appeals to everyone, regardless of age or gender. But if I can't lighten up and joke around, even with my closest friends when I'm off stage,
No.
never mind. Talking about this is just going to kill the mood. Tonight was about me showing my gratitude to you. So, did you have a good time? Is there anything else you want? Like something to remember the evening by? A souvenir, perhaps? Any...
I hate this. No, this is the bad ending.
Okay. Here you go.
You had one prepared already?
Well, people ask me for autographs all the time. Usually what they want is a signed picture of me on stage. Apparently that makes it more valuable.
I don't like this.
Yunmei
I made a
suggested
mistake.
that I keep a bunch of them on hand at all times to make things easier.
Ah, yes. That one is a picture from the Divine Damsel of Devastation. I have one just like it on my wall at home.
Hey, are you guys talking about Miss Yoon's autograph photos? I have one in the store too.
So everyone has one.
Well, what do you think? Is this souvenir valuable enough for you?
Oh. A souvenir without sentiment is a full of worth. The thing really worth remembering is perhaps not some artifact. I hate that. Oh. I was gonna have to get it at some point, but that made me feel bad. No.
We can try some more combinations now. I wonder what kind. I can't wait to try it out. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
The real you and the characters you play are nothing alike.
Well, people do often say that getting deep into a character, so in that sense, but there are many more. Sometimes, when I get letters, I can write back.
That's a shame. Your off-stage personality is definitely the cuter one.
I bought you one drink, okay? That's not a license for you to start saying weird stuff like that. Well, never mind. You seem like you were being sincere. I'll let it go.
Ah, pain.
All I was trying to say is that everyone has many different sides to their personality. And if you get fixated on just one of those, there's so much you'll never discover about a person. I mean, if we hadn't had the chance to hang out and chat like this tonight, there are things about you I might never have gotten to see, like the mighty and distinguished traveler, diligently reviewing my hot pot drinks.
And I would have assumed you were serious all the time.
Me? Serious? On stage, I guess. But off stage, just think of me as another one of your friends. Just one who happens to have a flair for the dramatic. So, friend, what shall we do next? Something to remember today by?
Let's get a photo.
Get a photo? You mean capture this happy moment for posterity so we can look back on it later?
I wouldn't use those words, but yes.
Sounds good. Let's have the food stall in the background. Now how should I pose?
Heyo.
It looks good. I hope whenever you look at this photo in the future, it will remind you of the good time we had today.
So, goodbye for now?
Hold on.
Hold on. Yeah?
How is one photo going to be enough? We'll both need one if we want something to remember each other by.
Right, you have a point.
You take this one, and I'll take another photo of you. But could you find another location for us? I'm thinking somewhere around Feiyun Slope with a good view.
Okay.
I'll join you in a moment. I have something to prepare here first.
Interesting. Oh. Let's go.
Sorry to keep you waiting so long.
I wasn't waiting long at all.
The view here is great. The lights, the buildings, it's the ideal spot. I could see you chose it carefully.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally wasn't just
This
a quest
angle
marker.
is perfect. Okay, strike a pose and close your eyes.
Close my eyes for a photo?
Yes, please. Quickly now.
Alright. Ooh. I see.
Get ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Open your eyes.
Oh my god! I love this! I'm dying. Oh my gosh. brought together by common interest, a photo together for memory's sake. Oh my gosh, I love this picture. Let's see. Okay. Cloud Shrouded Jade. I like this one. This one was great. Okay, looks like we have to go back over here. Talk to these two again. Or assuming we can just do the interview.
Oh, wow, it's really you.
Hey!
Are you...
Sorry, Miss Yun.
Miss Yoon.
you...
Yes.
animated?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Ah, yeah. We were based in...
Oh, I see. Then it's no wonder.
That's...
Hey!
Actually...
Make the most of it. You may as well as talk to them.
But what about our plans?
I'm interested to hear your story too.
Really? Okay, sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Yoon.
Great. Thank you both kindly. Let's find a quiet place and get this interview underway.
Ayo.
Oh, I see. So that's why you added the silk dance in this scene.
Yes, exactly. Doing it this way not only allows for more physicality in my movement, it also means I can make better use of the stage and transition into the scene more quickly.
Ah, okay. So there was even more to it than I thought. So, wouldn't it make sense to contrast this with the Dongtong Appassionato section that comes directly afterward by making the latter a little more sophisticated?
Why are you critiquing?
I think I know which section you're talking about.
Ooh.
Sorry,
I have no idea what's going on.
What am I saying? This is a fixed formula, isn't it? My suggestion would completely break the format.
I have nothing to contribute to this conversation. I have no idea what's going on.
No, it's okay. It's an interesting idea for sure. I'll give it some thought. Thanks for the suggestion.
Really? Wow, I'm so honored.
This conversation is way behind me. You said it, Aether. You said it.
Shuryun, maybe it's time to move on to some of the things our readers would like to know about,
Oh, okay. I was also going to ask for your opinion on the set and the costumes.
Yes, well, I'm sure Miss Yun has countless pearls of wisdom she could share on her chosen craft. But, not all of our readers are quite so, artistically literate, shall we say. A lot of them really just want to know more about you. You know, what does Yunjin do when she's off stage?
Excuse me? When I'm off stage?
You know.
That's kind of
you're a
private
major
business.
celebrity, and a lot of our readers
Boy.
are interested to know what life is like for you. What kind of place you live in. What kind of things you eat. Clothes you wear. Things you buy.
A major celebrity? I'm a micro celebrity.
Besides rehearsing, a day in my life isn't really any more interesting than anyone else's.
Nonsense. Of course it is. Just think how many people were at your show earlier. They come from all over just to show their support. In fact, a relative of mine has a daughter who's been saying she wants to broaden her horizons recently. She's been looking for a chance to give you a jade hairpin as a gift.
Oh,
This is...
it's against the rules of the opera troupe to accept private gifts from patrons. Could someone out there be accepting gifts for the troupe under false pretenses? I must get Yunning to look into it.
I mean, it wasn't a big deal. Just something she said. Forget I brought it up.
suspicious.
So, I saw Gentry Moutsai and the Snezhnayan gentleman come down from upstairs. Are they patrons of your shows too? So, what are your thoughts on Snezhnaya and the Fatui?
Why are you asking about politics?
I'm sorry. This is my first interview, and my notes are becoming a total mess. I might need a moment to pause and reorganize them a little. Otherwise, I'll never be able to work all this into an article. Mr. Boy, maybe you should take a look too.
Don't be ridiculous! Stopping an interview halfway through to organize your notes? What are you talking about? Hey, alright.
Siyun gets it.
We'll just be a moment.
Siyun?
Oh,
Are you sure you want to continue?
I'm fine. It's not the first time I've been asked questions like these. The last time it happened, Yunning stopped the interview for me. But the next day, the tabloids were full of articles like "Dramatic Exit, Yunjin storms out of interview," and "Miss La-di-da opera star is too good for our questions." Yeah. So from then on, Yunning said all interview requests have to go through her. I used to think I could hold the troupe together just by putting on a good performance. But now, I have to make sure I concentrate on my actions off stage too.
I saw a lot of the performance on the way over here.
Oh, you mean Fanarya and that crowd? I cherish them as members of my audience too. But there aren't many people like them who can appreciate all the nuance in a single viewing. How did Shuryun end up working with an editor like that guy? Something feels wrong there. Ugh. They could be back at any moment, so I should stay here for now. But could you go look into it for me?
No problem.
If you find out anything, come straight back here and let me know.
Okay. Got you, bestie. I'm gonna go now and see what's up. We're being a little sussy bakas.
How can you be so cruel to Miss Yoon?
Keep your voice down. Whatever you got to say, it can wait until we're out of earshot. We'll both be in hot water if Yunjin finds out.
Suspicious.
What's wrong with you? Why can't you get it into your head? Quit asking dull questions and start thinking about how to win over our readers. Do I make myself clear?
Ah! I messed up. I guess this is the one of the bad endings. Here, we're gonna switch to another team. No, I think we're gonna play with Yunjin soon, so I'm just gonna like not. I forgot where you were. Oh, we're over here.
Did you find anything out?
Nope.
I see. Well, don't worry. It's okay. It's just a bit of a shame that I didn't get to talk with Shuryun for longer. She genuinely understands opera and has a passion for it. That's not something you can act. If I had the chance to talk with her more in depth, it could well provide me with some fresh inspiration.
I didn't know that this was what you had in mind.
Yunjin. Did you agree to another interview without notifying me?
She didn't say anything to give cause for concern.
These tabloid types are total scumbags, all of them. Who knows what innocent detail he might end up turning into the next big scandal. Sure, nothing might have come of it today, but who knows where it'll go tomorrow. Short of catching them all in their lair in one fell swoop, who knows when this is going to end?
I'm sorry. I was careless on this occasion.
Well, wallowing isn't gonna solve anything. Come on, go tell everyone in the troupe to be extra cautious during this time. Gee, oh Lord, bless us. Spare us any more offstage drama.
Zhongli. No. Okay, we have one more route to go through, and I think it's a good one. And I think we're gonna fight, so that's neat.
I summon thee.
Just... how can...
What's wrong with you? Why can't you get it into your head? Quit asking dull questions and start thinking about how to win over our readers. Do I make myself clear? I don't think you realize what a golden opportunity you have here.
Sneaky, sneaky.
How many journalists would give anything they had to trade places with you right now? Huh? Ever think about that?
You just don't get it. Miss Yun has put her heart and soul into...
Enough! Stop yelling in public! Or do you want Miss Yun to hear about all the lies you're spreading about her?
Me? You're the one making everything up.
Ah, well, you sure seemed pretty happy chatting to her, so don't act like you ain't a part of this. And don't forget the contract you signed. Come. We'll continue our little chat over there. You need to listen and learn, young lady.
I...
We are so obvious right now. Yeah, sneaky, sneaky.
Are you ready to stop whining now? Do you have any idea how rare an opportunity like this is for a small-time paper like ours? Just think of the sales if we can get an exclusive. We'd have enough to cover your salary for 2 lifetimes.
Kinda
But
sleazy.
what about us pretending to be from the Steambird? Aren't you worried she'll find out?
You really think she still would have talked to you if I hadn't told that little white lie? Besides, what have you got to be afraid of? As long as we make it sound like an eyewitness account, how will she be able to refute it? Heck, if she actually presses the issue, I'll probably have to thank her for keeping it current for me.
This is horrible. I will not let you treat Miss Yun like this.
I don't know who she thinks she is anyway. Oh, I sang a couple of shows, so now I'm a national superstar. Give me a break. No one wants to read about your sopranos or your falsettos. We give the readers what they want. That's how this business works.
I don't like you.
Case in point. That blonde guy seemed to be getting along pretty well with
I
Eugene.
am blonde.
There's definitely a story there, even if there isn't.
Ugh, that's enough. I'm reporting you to the Millilith.
Report me? What for?
Libel.
Libel? Identity theft? Good luck with that. I haven't written anything. Where's your proof?
I...
You better tread carefully, Missy. First you neglect
He was
your
very
own
sus.
needs, and now you're trying to get in the way of mine? You signed the contract. You know full well the consequences.
We are in the nation of
If
contracts.
you sabotage this interview, I will make sure you lose everything.
We
you
get
have.
Yanfei?
I will ruin you. You understand?
Why? Oh, why did I sign that contract?
I should stay hidden for now and check in with Miss Yun.
Well, think very carefully about what you're going to do. This is a rare opportunity. Now, I need to think how to phrase these interview questions.
You... hey, wait!
How are you? Oh, Hello, ModQuest. Why are you messaging me? I'm cleverly covering the chat with my PNG tuber. How is the volume? No one told me tonight yet. Also, this stream can't see you. Lamau. Get wrecked. I forgot where she was again.
Did you find anything out?
Well...
I see. I knew there was something fishy about that editor-in-chief. But this is a bigger plot twist than I expected.
Should we report it to the Millilith?
Not yet. All he's done so far is ask a few questions. There's nothing in print yet. The Millilith wouldn't be able to do anything even if we got them involved. Besides, if we rush to report him now, it's only going to give him more material to write about.
There has to be some evidence at their base of operations.
Right. But tabloids like theirs never have permanent offices and printing presses. The moment they hear anything, they'll disappear without a trace. And you've got no chance of catching them. I'm actually more concerned about another detail you told me.
Is it Shiyun?
Would you be willing to do me another favor? I want to send a letter to that journalist.
Sure,
Great.
leave it to me.
Thank you. The editor should be here soon, so I'll stay here to deal with him. I'll have to rely on you to deliver the letter.
Okay.
If everything goes well, we should be able to get some breathing room for a while.
Nice. Yunjin's personal letter.
I've had it with you. Do you think contracts are just bits of paper? If we weren't on a tight deadline, you'd better believe I'd fire you right here on the spot. You will stay here and reflect on your actions if you know what's good for you. Sorry, but I'm not babysitting you anymore today.
Oh, what am I going to do? You're the one who was with Miss Yun earlier.
Yunjin read this letter for you.
Oh, really? Miss Yun wrote me a letter? Oh, I'll read it right away. Wow. Really? I can't believe this.
What does the letter say?
Miss Yun says that under Liyue law, any penalty charge I have to pay may not substantially exceed the amount of my salary. You can't have a labor contract that would completely bankrupt the employee in the event of a breach. It's not legally binding. So not only can he not get any money off of me, I can take this contract to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and blow the whistle on him.
Yeah.
I didn't think about any of this when I was job hunting. I just signed the contract without a second thought.
That's a bad idea.
I always thought Miss Yun was all about opera. Who would have thought she was such a legal expert, too?
She is quite amazing.
If only I hadn't gone out of my way to get Miss Yun's attention in the first place, none of this would have happened. I didn't expect it to end up with Miss Yun helping fix my life problems.
Can you lead me to their base of operations?
Well, Mr. Boyi says I'm still on probation, so he won't tell me where their work location is. Plus, I give all my draft articles straight to him, so I don't have anything in the way of evidence.
What a calculating, conniving guy.
But the letter says that my statement and the contract are enough to get the Millilith looking into it. If Miss Yun says so, I'm sure she must be right. Let's go confront him right now.
We are unmasking the Sasibaka, also known as Boyi.
Okay, I think I've covered this topic pretty thoroughly now. Unless you had any more questions?
Well, what can I say, Miss Yun? You have so many wonderful qualities. Let's not quit while the ball's rolling, huh? Otherwise, I'll think of something I didn't ask later,
And by then, it'll be too late. So, hey, where's that, friend of yours who was here earlier? You guys seemed, pretty close. Not intentionally avoiding the interview, surely?
Right
You're
here.
finally back. This poor gentleman's been waiting for you.
Oh my god.
You're with Shiryun? Hey, what's going on here? Hey, Shiryun, don't forget the contract you signed.
Funny, that contract's just what we came to
The
discuss.
traveler clued me in. This contract you made me sign? It isn't worth the paper it's written on.
Isn't worth the paper it's written on? Don't be ridiculous. It's all there, clear as day. Don't you think I did my research?
Research? Oh, so you're a news editor. But you also have an interest in law?
Yeah, she's new, and she's making a fool of herself. She doesn't get how this all works. My apologies. Now,
I don't like you.
back to our interview?
No, it's okay. In fact, I found myself delving into some legal texts recently. It's all so intricate and complicated that it's very difficult to take it all in. The contracts of our opera troupe are a case in point. I'd finally finished reading through the relevant documentation from the Yuehai Pavilion when suddenly the Qixing announced a new interpretation. So I'm just curious. How can you be completely sure that you didn't miss anything when you were researching this?
I'm pretty sure I read everything relevant.
Under current legislation, the penalty terms my labor contract are unreasonable and exploitative. I could report you to the Millilith for extortion.
Extortion!
Nonsense! That's ridiculous!
My goodness. Sir, it seems that we should probably bring this interview to a close here.
Don't listen to her. I run a legitimate business. Everything we do is above board.
Really?
Oh, I have no doubt about that at all, sir. But this reminds me of a case I read about not long ago. Once you get reported and the Milliliths start scrutinizing your business, well, not only do they look into every license you have and every work you've ever published, but everything down to your fire safety policy will come under their magnifying glass as well. So if you don't get back now and start preparing for their arrival, well, I mean, I don't mind continuing the interview at all. But I'd hate to take up too much of your precious time if there's any aspect of your business you want to double check from a legal standpoint.
You? I won't forget this!
Hey, where do you think you're going? Miss Yun, why did you stop me?
Are we really just going to let him go? I'll destroy all the evidence if the moment he gets back.
Right, and the contract I have is enough to get him arrested, isn't it?
I'm not a legal expert. I haven't the faintest idea. All that was just an act, aimed at getting him to show us the way.
An act? Show us the way to what? Yunjin, the Millilith are after him. Based on his movements, it looks like Boyi is heading back to his headquarters. I really hope they teach these tabloids a lesson they won't forget. It'll sure make my life a lot easier.
I see what's going on.
Yes, I had Yunning report to the Millilith while you were delivering the letter for me. The penalty terms in Shiryun's contract are too severe. Even if they don't violate the law, I'm sure he must be taking advantage of some loopholes. Anyone who works like that is sure to have a guilty conscience. So all I had to do was put on a little show, starring the editor-in-chief of the Steambird. And now, he is sure to lead us to the solid evidence.
I can't believe you even kept us in the dark.
Well, acting has to be authentic to be believable.
Nice.
Their little publication will go out of business in no time. Good riddance, I say. I hope this gets the other tabloids to rein in their antics too. Hey, here's a thought. Maybe we could get him to rat on some of his rival publications. Ah, I only just realized what this means. I'm going to be out of a job, aren't I?
Well, would you still be interested in submitting an article to the Steambird? But the real one this time?
Well, yes, of course. But would they really accept an article from me?
Yunning, when can we arrange the next interview for?
Oh, so now you're asking me. 2 days from now, morning. Work for you?
Okay. Shiryun, let's continue our discussion about tonight's play 2 days from now.
Does this mean I get to do a full feature interview with you? Okay. I think I know what I want to write about. Thank you, Miss Yun.
Don't mention it. I'm sure it will be a source of inspiration for both of us.
Well, that was nice. You gotta love Shiyun. She's great. And a few friends you shall find. It's far easier to earn 1,000,000 more than to find someone who knows your heart. Oh, that was good. I really liked that. Memories of the heart. Okay. We are done with Yunjin's. Which means we're heading off to Ningguang's. But first, we're gonna do a little Lantern Night stuff because I think Lantern Night's cool. Now we're the Jade Chamber's returning guest. Okay, we are switching the team since we didn't end up fighting with Yunjin, so
Please here.
we are going to go.
Leave it to me. Can I go catch up on my sleep?
TT.
I will bring my notebook.
Okay, Jade Chamber. Well, it's cutscene. But I don't want to meet you. I'm going over here. We can talk to you later. We have Bai Si, Bai Xiao, and Bai Wen.
Huh?
Hi.
It looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
Oh, great. I have no idea what we would have done otherwise.
I didn't think we'd really manage to get you here.
This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
What happened?
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail. I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone. The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust, and who doesn't have a conflict of interest.
And you thought of me.
Yes, you were the person who came to mind. We may not have spent a great deal of time together, but I do place a great deal of trust in you.
Oh, okay.
To me, this work is highly sensitive and of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best.
Ooh.
It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time. And yet, despite this, I thought it could do no harm to ask the question, on the off chance that you are interested. As it happens, I was just having a discussion on backup plans with my secretaries before you arrived.
But the outcome of that discussion was that we couldn't think of a suitable alternative.
This is a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
Anyway, this may add to the debt of gratitude I owe you. But the fact is, your arrival here has rescued what was fast becoming a rather dire situation indeed.
If I have what it takes, I'll do it.
I wouldn't worry. It's all work you'll be quite familiar with. Planning trips, gathering pertinent information, that sort of thing.
Are we becoming a
All these skills
spy?
required by competent adventurers, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I'll give it a
If you have
try.
any questions about your work, I will answer them shortly. The administrative work Lady Ningguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Ningguang's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other requests she may have.
That's, wow.
Don't be mistaken. I won't put you in a difficult position, and I will fully respect your judgment. All right. Please proceed to the office. Bai Shi will go over the work with you in more detail.
Okay.
Yes, Lady Ningguang. Okay, let's go.
You kinda, Baisha kinda looks like Shiyin. Wee. We're gonna steal all the books. Nothing in here, okay. Baisha.
Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture.
Okay.
As a member of the Liyue Qixing, Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. Maintaining her perfect image at all times is absolutely essential.
Okay.
My usual job is to be her right hand, to maintain her image and take care of all her worries. For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her,
Didn't she dress the same
dressing
one?
her, applying her perfume.
Your eyes are really sparkling right now.
You misunderstand me. I am simply trying to impress upon you the sheer importance of the work you will be undertaking.
Okay.
Bai Shi has always been very passionate about her work. I can leave any task in her capable hands, and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary. I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her enthusiasm, in the hopes that you may find it infectious.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Back to the topic at hand. Let's get into the details. Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous experience, while I'm mainly responsible for organizing her daily schedule and making sure she is well fed, dressed for any occasion, and that all her needs
Does she
are
forget
met.
to eat?
I can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties.
It's just basic daily routine stuff. It'll be fine.
All in a day's work for the traveler, Great. Then I'll skip that and just get to the handover of duties. Currently,
Okay.
there are 133 items that have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are high importance, and...
Spreadsheets! Or Liyue spreadsheets. Liyue spreadsheets. I don't know what those are. But like, ooh, that's neat. That's neat. 17? 133? That's awesome. 133?
Yes, I did try to make a start in advance, but only got as far as roughly prioritizing the tasks before I ran out of time. I'll go through the most important items with you in more detail. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to stop me with questions at any point. First is the periodic meeting with the representatives of the 8 trades. After that, fielding opinions on revisions to the current tax legislation. Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deals. Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the major commerce guilds. Right after that, there's...
Hold up, do I really have to understand Ningguang's work in all this detail just to organize her schedule?
Yes, you do. To the uninitiated, scheduling may sound like a simple process of matching tasks to time slots, but there is actually far more to it than that.
Truers.
You need to take travel time into account, along with a whole spectrum of potential issues that can arise.
Truers.
Ample knowledge of all outside factors that may weigh upon your plan A is essential to devise a workable contingency plan.
Truers.
I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
Nothing. No, I think I'm good. I'm answering honestly, but Aether is having a rough time. I can tell.
Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule.
I think I know how to approach it now.
Already? Wow. You're a fast learner. Very good. This will be much more efficient.
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow.
I'll do my best.
I'm grateful for your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. I still have a few items from today's schedules that need addressing. If anything else is unclear, you can ask Bai Shi.
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
Alright, it's time to make a serious effort. Why is... this is... Rigorous schedule. Eat, wash up, change, get ready to go out. Meet businesswoman Lu Chao at Yui Pavilion. Eat lunch. Meet 3 informants and exchange information. Go to Uehai Pavilion for a conference. Light meal. Negotiate any outstanding matters from the conference. Return to the J Chamber. Specific times of the first few items are flexible and progress dependent. The conference in item 4 is scheduled for the evening. Arriving early is recommended.
Good. You factored in both priority and efficiency.
I love this.
And
I love this
a
so much.
rigorous and well-structured schedule. You've clearly considered it from every angle.
I love it.
Excellent work. You've got quite a knack for this.
Too kind.
Please be here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before Lady Ningguang wakes up and start preparing based on the schedule.
Okay.
With you helping out here, we will be able to focus fully on the auction. It will be quite a complicated affair.
I hope everything goes well tomorrow.
I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Okay. Do we sleep? Well, I'm gonna go sit in this chair. We're just gonna stop here and take pictures. It's like yes. Clee. I want Alright, why did I exit out of that? Ooh. Time to destroy the monster wine industry. I wouldn't do this. GT. I have GT set here. It's so cute. Very cute. Chair. Okay, we're gonna go wake Ningguang up. Looks like her. Oh. Oh.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing.
Okay.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
The same as usual.
That's good. I was worried you'd be a little uncomfortable.
Nope.
Now then, the schedule. Let's see what you have for me today.
Okay.
Item 1. Lunch at Lioli Pavilion with Mesua Chiao. Ah, yes. I remember the invitation. I need to make sure I'm well prepared for this.
Is she a friend of yours?
No, someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other.
It's just lunch. What exactly do you need to prepare?
She's paying a high price for my time, and I intend to make sure she gets her money's worth. Otherwise, tens of millions of mora is rather a high price for lunch, even one at Lioli Pavilion. Wouldn't you say?
Tens of millions? That's enough to... That's enough to build a whole character. What?
That's right. Even at this price, there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity with me. To be clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised to see it become so expensive.
Okay.
Time is very valuable to me, so when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the highest bidder.
Oh?
Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business.
it's like an investment.
Yes, that sums it up very well. Most people looking to buy my time are business people who believe that whatever they spend now, they will make back several times over in due course. Naturally, for anyone looking to make a profit in a complex market, the bottom line is having the requisite experience and expertise. All I can do for them is share whatever insight I may have. As for how much my insight is worth in terms of Mora, everyone has their own idea. There is no standardized way to measure something like this.
So this is how rich people think.
You're a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free. In the hands of a professional business person, the kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of Mora.
Then I will listen and learn.
There's no need to be nervous, of course. Now, let's have some breakfast before we leave.
I wonder what Ningguang eats for breakfast. Just like, yes. Take a picture of this. Oh my gosh. Nice.
Did you organize this entire breakfast?
I just picked a time slot.
Uh-huh. I know what's going on then. Please, sit. Have a taste of the Jade Chamber's chef's cooking. This kind of food tastes far less satisfying if left out for too long.
Thank you.
What do you think? Is the food to your liking?
I ate so much more than I intended to.
Oh, don't forget we have a lunch later. Save some space, or you might miss out on some even better food.
Kaching's favorite food.
Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes.
Do you usually eat breakfast with your secretaries?
On occasion. Usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There is an awful lot to get done most of the time. Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here. I actually thought you had cooked it all yourself.
I mean, I'm not a terrible chef, but still.
Relax, I'm just joking. Baishar probably made arrangements yesterday to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu.
There's still a lot of food.
You willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. My secretaries and I are very grateful to you.
Well,
treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation.
not bad at all.
Breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it. If you wake up to the same monotonous meal each day, you will start to feel fatigued even before you start working.
Calling me out. Oh.
Well, I'm done eating. We should get ready, then head off to Liali Pavilion. I have some preparations to make first. Could you bring my clothes to my room, please? I need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that. Who knows? Perhaps you will have a completely different impression of me after I change outfits. I already instructed Longyang to have my outfit ready. You can fetch it from her.
Okay. Understood.
Thank you. I'll be in my room.
Hello, how may I help?
I'm here to fetch a change of clothes for Ningguang.
Ah, yes, of course. Please wait a moment. I'll go and get them.
Okay.
Here you are. Please give this to Lady Ningguang.
That seemed to take you a while.
Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ningguang's personal items. Not just clothes either. There are all kinds of jewelry and ornaments. Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. We're currently right in the middle of that, so everything's in a bit of a mess. That's why it took me a little time to find this for you.
I suppose this is a problem unique to rich people.
Anyway, you can take it now. Thanks for coming to pick it up.
I am a Chi-Chi.
Did you get it?
Yep.
Ah, this is the one. Please, wait for a moment.
Okay. Oh, is this her new outfit? It is. I will get it soon. She's very pretty.
I had this specially tailored recently, and I must say, I'm really rather fond of it.
It's nice.
What do you think? Be honest. I just want to know your first impression.
It suits you.
Phew. Thank you. I was actually a little nervous. Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident.
Self-confident?
If you're second-guessing how you look, you can forget about looking glamorous. Even the finest garments in the world would look out of place on you.
That makes sense.
That's why your affirmation matters so much to me. All right, let's head to Leoli Pavilion.
Nice. Let's go. Probably should teleport there. I don't know, this feels like a story quest. I guess like it is a hangout quest, but it feels like a story quest. At least that's what I'm feeling like. Hello.
Lady Ningguang.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare for me.
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat. This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of him. He happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited him to come along. It's a rare opportunity to dine with him, too. Do you mind if he sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be dining with the illustrious Traveler, too.
Huh, I thought she'd introduce me as your temporary secretary. I thought she'd introduce me as her temporary secretary.
I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. Look at me, getting all overexcited. I'm Luo Qiao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the
Luo Qiao.
textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other markets. That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. I didn't know there'd be a surprise guest involved, too. So, the rumors are true, then.
Rumors? About what, exactly?
You know, the rumors about the two of you. Lady Ningguang and the Traveler. Having,
That's Ningguang and Beidou.
Relationship. You haven't heard?
Are these rumors widespread?
Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. That obviously includes her relationships.
Are you sure you should be asking this stuff? This doesn't feel right. Also, I really hope I'm not too loud, because my mic is going a bit. So I'm just gonna like lower it just a little bit, because I don't like how it goes into red every single time. Hope my voice doesn't change too much.
And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor?
I need to be very careful about how I answer this.
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship, but I don't see anything unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity we enjoy today. Even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue Chising, I admire him on a personal level too.
Oh, yes. Oh, there is nothing unusual about it at all. I was just observing that Lady Ningguang now seems to have a second interesting character in her innermost.
Oh my god!
The first one being the captain.
Ah!
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there. Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache.
Oop! Oop! Tea! Tea! I see why we're here.
I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her. In fact, the timing is always so suspiciously coincidental, I can't help but wonder if she's doing it on purpose.
Investment opportunities? Oh, do you mean the luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage recently.
No, something else. All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
Oh, but isn't there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
Are we eating?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible. You have to wonder, if the news is spreading like wildfire, who's fanning the flames? I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of luminescent spines far exceeds the profits that could be made on the end product. So I would advise you to be cautious.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
In my opinion, there are many people around with ulterior motives, making this a very risky business to enter into in the short term. Long term, it's very difficult to say, but I believe there's too much uncertainty to make it worth your investment. You worked hard to earn every mora you own, and you should be just as careful spending it as you were making it.
Hit the nail on the head.
You think so too, huh?
At least do your research before you part with any money.
Okay, got it. If that's what both of you think, I'll take my time and not rush into anything. Maybe it'd be a better choice to invest this money into an industry that I'm genuinely interested in getting involved with. Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I wanted to ask.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor. You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to your level.
This is why so many people want to pay time to sit with Ningguang.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored?
Nope, I am finding it all very interesting. As a nerd, I would have wanted to actually listen to all of this.
Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you?
I'm a novice, but I was able to follow because he explained everything so clearly.
That means you also have a good head on your shoulders, and the ability to learn rapidly. If you are in need of mora, you should absolutely consider doing business.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't wait to try out everything I've learned.
Neato.
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon. Right then. Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next? Although, I'm a little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
Don't worry about them. They're very capable.
Yes, you're right. Whatever happens, they can handle it. In that case, what's next on the schedule?
Meeting with the informants.
Ah, okay then. Yes, it's been some time since I last caught up with them. Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry first. I need to pick up something before meeting them.
Okay. Let us go. I like this. Xingxi.
Hello. I'm here to collect the item I handed in for repair.
Ah, Lady Ningguang. One moment, please. I'll fetch it immediately.
Very good. Don't rush now. Please, handle it with care.
Is it something very valuable?
Yes, and no. You probably imagine that Mingxing Jewelry deals exclusively in expensive luxury goods.
Actually, not exclusively.
The workers here are very skilled, so I like to come to them when I need something custom made. This time, though, I just had them do a simple repair. The item is quite ordinary. In fact, the cost of the repair was more than the item was ever worth.
Lady Ningguang, your comb has been fixed. Please inspect it and see whether you're satisfied with our work. We did everything we could to restore it to its original condition. You'll still see a few marks on there, though. This was unavoidable because of how badly damaged the item was.
Sad.
That's fine. Thank you for your hard work.
You were right about it being a little ordinary.
Yes, though it is something very precious to one of my informants. It reminds her of her mother.
Oop.
My informants often provide me with extremely important information. It's only fair that I endeavor to meet any request they have in return. Trust is of far greater importance than profit in the relationship between me and my informants.
I thought useful intel could only beep out with Mora.
It's understandable to think that way, and in the vast majority of cases, you'd be completely right. But things are a little different with these particular informants. Mora doesn't get you very far with this crowd.
One moment, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Just had to open the door for my brooder. Okay.
And this only makes me all the more excited to meet with them.
Nice.
Thank you for the repair, Xingqi. This is a great help.
Oh, don't mention it. It's always a pleasure, Lady Ningguang.
Xingxi, Xinyan, Changling, then Shi, Shi. I guess that's different sounds.
Let's go and meet them.
Repaired comb. Oh, they're children!
Auntie Ningguang!
Cheesy?
Hi, Auntie Ningguang!
Little long?
Hello, my dears. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
The informants are children?
Yes, indeed. And they are some of my most reliable helpers and friends.
Child labor?
I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic about the idea that I thought it couldn't hurt to try.
Is
I
this
treated
child
it as
labor?
a little game between us. It turned out that they delivered the goods and thoroughly enjoyed themselves while they were at it. So, it was a win-win. So, fill me in. How have you all been doing?
Great! Mom and Dad have taken me on loads of cool trips recently. It's been loads of fun. But you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but it's not my fault.
Are you sure?
You still gotta try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
This new age started after that great battle, you know.
I didn't know it would have such a profound impact.
Well, this is a dramatic change, unique in all of the millennia of Liyue's history. Everyone is eager to do their part and make their mark in the age of humanity.
Okay.
What about you, Nan Nan? You haven't said anything yet, and you're looking a little unhappy.
I'm fine. Just don't know what to say.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. A load of really big boats came into the harbor the day before yesterday.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people on the boat started unloading all these crates. There was a salty kind of fishy smell in the air. Ugh.
Oh, I see. That'll be the fishing boats coming back from the open ocean. How much cargo were they carrying? Remember, I taught you how you can tell.
Yep, I made sure to look at the waterline, just like you said. They looked really full this time.
My goodness. Well, it sounds like they made quite a big catch.
How can you tell?
The heavier the boat, the lower the hull sits in the water. So you can tell how heavily loaded a vessel is from the height of the waterline. How deep a fully loaded vessel will sit in the water varies from ship to ship. But it's something you can tell from experience, at least for the kinds of vessels you see regularly.
Since Auntie Ningguang taught me how to do it, I can tell with just one look.
Very clever.
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from Fontaine is coming soon to buy luminescent spines. They said that when they get here, the price will go up a lot.
Oh, really?
That's the opposite of what Ningguang's analysis found out.
Who did you hear this from? Do you remember what they looked like?
No, I don't remember.
All right, never mind. So, how about what they said? Do you remember their exact words?
I don't remember that either. Sorry.
Are you okay? You're usually the one that talks the most. What's gotten into you today?
It's okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up. How about that, hmm?
It's my comb. You remembered.
Of course I did. If I make you a promise, I will always keep it.
Thank you, Auntie Ningguang. Thank you so much.
It was just a small favor, really. Nothing to get overexcited about.
But they said you'd be too busy to remember about a boring old comb.
They?
Uh-oh.
Looks like there's a story here.
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here. Why don't you take this opportunity to clear it up? Don't you think that'd be best?
Yeah, Auntie Ningguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. I told you a lie. That thing about the luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came and told me to say it to you. I told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ningguang, but, they told me you'd forgotten all about the comb, and I didn't know how to argue with them. Then they bought me a new comb, and I'm sorry. I'll give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed for me.
Oh my god, is the child getting extorted? Ah!
I know how much it means to you. It was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. When Mom gets back, she'll be so sad if she finds out I broke it.
I must say, this is most intriguing.
It looks like someone's trying to scam you.
How about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you. Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks. They said I should go and meet them when I finished the mission.
All right then. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. I'll be right back.
Are you gonna go punish the bad guys?
Now, this is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games anymore. And don't try and follow me. I'm just going to have a polite discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
I made the right decision of playing the children for this. No one will suspect that child, especially a zombie child. Where am I supposed to go?
Do you think that kid's gonna fluff her lines? Also, let's be honest, this is a new low for us.
Very true.
Yes, I know. But we didn't have any other options. Just try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ningguang's most trusted informants. Ningguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her story doesn't quite add up.
It sounds like you underestimated me. And
Oh! Get wrecked!
Lady Ningguang?
You knew how important that comb was to Nan Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotionally manipulate her.
That is not good. Gaslighting children is not good.
You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence, and confused her conscience. Do you not realize how contemptible that is?
Yeah, you not realize how contemptible that is? Get wrecked. Stop interrogating the minors.
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. We never should have crossed you like this.
This is all your fault.
That's not the point. Business is business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. So if all you've done is fool me by feeding me false information, I'd make a loss, and that would be the end of it. But you cannot put Mora above all else. You cannot go exploiting children for profit.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea just how much damage that will cause?
Yeah. Do you have any idea how much damage that will cause?
It was hardly our first choice either. We were only acting out of necessity.
You don't do that out of necessity.
We've been business partners for years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to expand. When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to heck with it. Let's go all in on this one. See if we don't get lucky for once. So we stocked up a huge stash of luminescent spines and watched as the price went up and up. We thought this was gonna be it. We were gonna make our fortune.
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from Fontaine never came. More and more people started to suspect it was all a huge scam. Suddenly, everyone with luminescent spines was running for the exit, selling as fast as they could, but we had so much inventory that no one was willing to buy it.
And that's when you thought of Ningguang.
Oh yeah! As soon as Lady Ningguang makes a move, everyone follows her lead, and the price takes a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
That was your fault.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a speculative investment is not a sob story.
This supports your conclusion about the luminescent spine hype.
But not everyone has the capability to make rational decisions. Greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of wild speculation can be?
100%. We've both barely slept in days.
And you chose to exploit a child? A child! Off the Greenstone Forest! To the hilly trails with you!
We begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots, thought it was all hilarious.
We messed up. Completely and catastrophically messed up.
You done goofed, and Taguya in Stone Forest with you.
The savings we worked so hard our whole lives to build up, decimated, just like that. All we want now is a chance to start over.
Ningguang, we better not be nice to them.
Well, I can take your luminescent spines off your hands, but we will need a detailed contract. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past, you will have to pay back to me by some means in our future business dealings.
Huh? But that means our profit is 0.
Then you're free to find another willing buyer. But if you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid you're beyond redemption.
Lady Ningguang is right. Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be grateful for it. Forget about making money.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines, but I'm quite sure I can uncover a market for it with a little research.
Okay, so, shall we get this deal done now, or...?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. Atoning for your transgressions is the main order of business. You took advantage of a child, and you are coming with me to make a full and unreserved apology. This is an opportunity for you to show remorse.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Let's go back and see the children.
Okay. Also, I'm gonna do just like a smidge, a very bit, a bit of a smidge graphics. I don't know. What is bloom? Okay, let me turn it back on to see what the difference was. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's turn it off. Ayo. I see her fingers are really like
Faster?
purple.
Okay, faster.
Let's go.
We're back. Everything's all sorted.
Wow.
Oh, it's those two.
I'm sorry, Nan Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ningguang wouldn't fix your comb. I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
What do you think, Auntie Ningguang?
I think it should be your choice, and yours alone.
No matter what your decision is, we support you.
Since it's all sorted out now, and nothing super bad happened, I guess it's okay. But we can't just let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
That's true. I'd certainly hate to see anyone else try to con you.
I've made up my mind. I want them to come play with us.
What?
Yeah! Now we have someone to play hide and seek with. Great idea. Let's go play hide and seek at the North Ward.
Kids be kids.
Wait a second.
Nope. No waiting. Come on!
So full of energy.
We should go with them.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those two buffoons.
We still have a conference to go to. We.
Can't touch me.
It is Lantern Right. So pretty.
Let me guess what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those two businessmen. Am I right?
I mean, it's not as bad, but...
They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable to speak.
You are Lady Ningguang after all.
But gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of, and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them observation skills, analytical skills, how to think critically. I never taught business, though. Now, they're much further ahead in their studies, and far more mature than their peers.
Hey, yo.
This has given them confidence in themselves. I think that this is beneficial to them.
You're a lot like a teacher to them.
Yes, perhaps I am. I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child.
Oh.
That's why I hope to
We're
teach
getting
these
sad
children
backstory.
myself. Hopefully, I can pass on some of what I've learned. Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win deal, that deception and one-upmanship are facts of life. But there's nothing wrong with that. When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But until then, I am here to protect them.
Are you raising them to be your heirs?
I will one day die. New Qixing will replace the old. And Liyue will continue to prosper. I hope the name Ningguang will live on. But not as a person, as more of a symbol. If I can pass on everything I have learned, I can create a legacy that will live on long after I am gone.
Come on, Auntie Ningguang! Hurry up! We're not gonna wait forever!
Coming! Come on, let's enjoy this while we can.
Well, the view remains good. Time flies and the good years slip away easily, but the name Ningguang will remain a symbol for generations to come. Oh. Moody Moody Dharma. Moody Moody Dharma! And that felt like a whole event. Okay, Grant. Oh, this is where we check in to...
Lady Ning.
Sorry to have kept...
No.
Great. This is the Traveler. He happened to be in... Do you mind if...
No, not at all. I've always been... Oh, I'm Lord Qiao. That's what I wanted.
Rumors?
You know, you haven't heard. Come on. And if you didn't have some
actually...
The Traveler is an... Even putting a...
Oh!
You're comparing app... I've missed out on an...
Investment?
No.
Oh, but...
If it were really... I had my secretary, so I would advise...
I see.
In my opinion. Long term...
You think so too? Huh? Okay. Maybe it'd be a better... Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today.
Good.
Now I see. You think clearly.
You've been listening for a while. Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you? Ah, so you want to be my competitor. Or how about this? I'll invest in you early on.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you.
See you next time. I'll look for...
Oop, she stood up very fast.
Right then. Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next? Although, I'm a little concerned about the auction. Good. Then so, even though my secretaries are very capable and experienced, I still can't help worrying for them a little. Come on. The auction is being held at Eugene Terrace.
We are descending.
Lady Ningguang, what brings you here?
I couldn't help but feel a little concerned. So I just came to see how everything is going.
We're about ready, and people are starting to arrive. I think we should be able to start on time.
Very good. I think I'll host the auction myself.
Huh? You want to do it yourself?
Yes. Just in case anything untoward happens.
But
I
we have
can
a
take care of it
schedule.
myself.
Then we'll leave the auction itself to you. But we'll be sure to lend our full support
We
behind
have
the
things
scenes.
to do.
Have you attended an auction before?
I watched one from the sidelines.
Well, would you like to participate this time? You don't have to bid, of course. Just experience the atmosphere.
Sure, that would be quite fun.
All right then. Feel free to take a look around the venue before it kicks off.
But don't we have things to do today?
Check out the items up for bidding and see if there's anything you might be interested in.
Diana needs to be here. The auction to take down the wine industry. Should have talked to Ningguang. Well, I can do this. Always do it again. Just do this again later. Okay.
It's about time to start. Find yourself somewhere to sit and we'll kick things off.
Before we start, I have a question.
Yes? What is it?
Are these auction items genuinely very valuable?
That's for you to make a considered judgment on. It's precisely what makes auctions so interesting, don't you think?
Yep.
Until the bids exceed the value of the item you're after, you can keep raising the price. If the bids go beyond what you can accept, then you let someone else take it. Perhaps this does not result in what you might call a fair price, but what it does do is identify the person who values the item the most.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
Yes, you should look forward to it. The first lot is a teacup from my personal collection. Bids starting at 10,000 mora. That's 10,000 mora for the teacup.
20,000.
30,000.
50,000.
60,000.
80,000. 80,000.
Oh my
over here.
gosh.
I'll raise that to 100,000.
Oh, we just stoke it.
120.
130.
I swear, some of these bidders are just driving the price up for fun. All right,
I am
150,000.
exactly driving it up for fun because it's hilarious.
150 once.
170.
180,000.
180 once. 180 twice. 180. Sold.
It's mine now.
I can't believe it went for 180,000.
Okay then. Moving straight on to the next lot. You seem to be getting quite into it. What a shame that you didn't manage to go home with anything.
Something felt off.
Of course it did. That's because I didn't come here to sell my things. I'm sure you must find it quite odd that all these everyday items could fetch such a huge price at auction.
Yep.
Since you're curious, why not go and talk to the buyers? I'm sure they'll give you the answers you're looking for.
One moment, I just gotta check in with something.
Today wasn't my day. Didn't manage to snag much. There were too many bidders, and they all seemed like experts to me. I guess I'll just have to wait for the next auction. Someday,
He's so
I'll be a
mellow.
lucky one.
I may have paid an arm and a leg for this, but in the end, I got the result I wanted.
Aren't you worried about the price being overinflated?
Nothing of Ningguang's could ever be overinflated. I'm far from the only buyer who believes that owned by Ningguang is worth paying a premium for. So how much I make just depends on how many people are even bigger fans of Ningguang than I am.
Okay, kinda weird.
Huh? You want to know why I paid so much?
Yep.
Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the previous owner was Lady Ningguang.
Okay, so...
Sure, the item may look pretty ordinary, but that's probably just because I'm not a connoisseur, so
it's really nothing.
appreciate it. But I figured I'd buy it first, then go get it appraised by an expert. Then I'll be rich.
Okay. These two are simps. This one was just trying to do something. I forgot what his reason was. Klee is here.
Well, did you find the answer yet?
It's because everyone has faith in your judgment and aesthetics.
That's certainly part of it. But every bidder will have noticed that none of these items have a particularly high going rate on the market in and of themselves.
I see.
Despite this, they were all willing to pay very dearly for them. I wonder, is faith in me really the only factor in their appraisal of the item's value?
If not, what else could it be?
You'll see shortly. The one who spent the most money will surely be the quickest to realize.
Will they be?
If all I wanted to do was make some quick mora by exploiting their blind faith in me, I have a million more effective ways of achieving that than hosting an auction.
Oh no. Okay.
Every participant in this auction was handpicked by me, based on certain intelligence.
Lady Ningguang, something doesn't seem quite right with the items from today's auction. As unlikely as this sounds, and please forgive me for even bringing it up, but I had to ask. You weren't selling counterfeits today, were you?
Counterfeits? Absolutely not. What motive would anyone have for making copies of things like these? They are simply ordinary items, and there was no coercion or enticement during the auction. Every bid was voluntary.
Because we trusted you! Everyone knows that you love more, but we also know that you made your fortune through honest means, as opposed to scamming people.
You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there. You should know that unless you have evidence to support your outlandish claims, I am legally entitled to sue you for slander.
He's getting girl bossed? Getting girl bossed. Also, I really like this line. You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there. I like that. That's really good. I like that. Go boss.
Of course, if you have any genuine grievances about the auction, the lots, or the process, please enlighten me as to where exactly I went wrong.
You... Fine. Yes, technically it was all legitimate. Guess all I can do is take the loss. But if word gets out about today's auction, people are gonna start seeing you as a con artist. No one would dare do business with you after that.
That's good.
I guess what I'm saying is this really in your best interests?
Let me answer that with a question. You claimed that you were willing to pay a high price because you trusted me.
But I didn't read the whole story.
What else could it be?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it could be something to do with a lost item from the original Jade Chamber collection that has quietly made its way into your hands. When the Jade Chamber fell, countless valuable items from my collection plunged into the sea. I organized a salvage operation, but still there were many items unaccounted for.
I mean, the lantern ride hasn't happened according to this thing yet, so...
A considerable number of these made their way back into Liyue Harbor through means unbeknownst to me, and passed through several pairs of hands before finally ending up in yours, and those of your fellow bidders today.
Wait, you mean...
Yes. Everyone attending the auction today is in possession of lost property belonging to me.
The tea!
Or, to put it another way, they were all people who have had a taste of something that was mine and convinced themselves that I am someone to be taken advantage of.
No wonder they had such blind faith.
So I ask you again, your high bidding price, was it motivated by trust, or was it greed? The sole reason I held this auction is to reclaim my treasured possessions. If you are willing to return what is mine, I will refund all the money you spent in the auction today.
All right, fine. I guess I'll return it. You drive a hard bargain like everyone says. I'll go and get it right now. Please just wait here.
Despite his bad attitude, he cooperated in the end.
It all makes sense now.
The issue was that all items of mine that have been fished out of the sea have changed hands numerous times already. Determining who has legal ownership would be an extremely long-winded process, with each item being assessed on a case-by-case basis. Even Yenfei says she'd have a difficult time defending my claims. I could have bought them back, but it's not in my nature to pay twice for the same thing. Least of all, when they'd be looking to make a handsome profit from my misfortune. After making some inquiries, I found them to be most uncooperative. So I had to resort to this auction to finally put a stop to all this nonsense.
I hope I never end up on the wrong side of you. It definitely suits your modus operandi.
I just wanted my things back. Hardly an unusual sentiment. At most, a little childish perhaps. Which is another reason why I didn't tell anybody about my plan. What do you think it was about the Jade Chamber that defeated Osire?
The explosion?
Well, I think it was a combination of the weight and the energy it contains.
I guess.
Its great weight meant that it hit Osile with incredible force, while the energy within triggered that spectacular explosion. Every piece of the Jade Chamber, from the stone walls and wooden beams down to the smallest ornament, contributed to its total weight. But in the end, they became objects of merchants' greed. It's hard not to get a little irked thinking about it.
That's not so childish.
Thank you for understanding. Now I've got one of my items back. Let me show you what makes it so special. The secrets of history shine through in the relics that survive. And this one now has the story of another age to tell.
Ah. Oop, I am now alone. Now let's see. Okay, these are pretty straightforward, thanks.
Clee was a brave girl today.
Bye, sure. Shenha, Shangli.
Before I get as a member of my usual job, for example, arranging her
Are you in a
daily
trance
schedule.
or?
You misunderstand.
Baisha has always been very. I'm sure she was
Back to the topic. By Xiao and by I can go through the methods I use, all in a day's work for the trip.
Okay.
Currently, there are 133 items.
133?
Yes, I did try to make a start. I'll go through them most first. Then a discussion. Right after that, there's.
Hold up. Do I really have to do I really have to understand Ningguang's work in all this detail, just organize your schedule?
Yes, you do. You need to take ample knowledge of all. I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions.
Actually, I don't understand any of
Good.
it.
Then let's press on. We're tight on time here,
I
and
don't
there's
need.
already. Wow.
Wonderful. Then I'll do
my
I'm
best.
grateful for if anything else is.
Take care, Lady Ning.
Time to avoid anything too complicated. One day off. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Okay.
Don't you think that this schedule is a bit of a light load?
Ningguang hasn't taken a vacation in a long time, I'll bet.
Yeah, that's true. Lady Ningguang has a lot of work to attend to, and frankly, she doesn't have many opportunities to rest. We do sometimes worry about her health, but her attitude is very Mora-driven. If by taking a break there's a chance she'll lose Mora, she'll never agree to it.
No amount of more is worth ruining your health for.
Huh. I see where you're coming from. Yes, you have a point. All right then, let's go with your plan. I'm sure Lady Ningguang has plenty she wants to talk about with you. There's a lot of things that need doing over at the auction venue, so I will be leaving you now.
I hope everything goes well tomorrow.
I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
I will, thank you. Oop. Ah, this is fun. Let's wait a bit.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing.
Bomb.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
The same as usual.
That's good. I was worried you'd be a little uncomfortable. So, what's item 1 on today's schedule?
Here, take a look for yourself.
I imagine this must have taken Baisha completely by surprise.
Yes, but she said she'd leave it up to me.
Sure. There's no harm in changing my schedule around once in a while.
Yep.
My schedule is usually very tightly packed, and any extra time I can squeeze out is spent on preparing for the future. So, it'll be quite nice to take a break.
You don't take many breaks, huh?
I don't often feel tired. Seeing the Mora come in has a way of making me feel quite invigorated.
But Mora is slowly dwindling. I mean, I guess the Gold House has a lot of Mora, but like Mora gets consumed in reactions, and it's like it not reactions, it's alchemy and crafting and stuff. And it's like, it's gonna collapse eventually. I feel like, but not now. I feel like there's too much Mora in circulation for this to actually happen. But like, relatively soon. But like, it's bad, and it's like, oop.
Still, your idea is very sensible. Mora can only lift a weary spirit. It cannot alleviate physical fatigue. So then, the days ahead of us. Any ideas on how to spend it?
Let's do something you never normally have time for.
Something I never have time for. Ah, have you played the chess game I made? Or heard of it, perhaps?
Is it called Liyue Millennial?
Yes. It's based on classic chess, but with different rules. When I was designing it, I wanted it not only to be a fun game, but also to capture Liyue's culture in a unique way. So I introduced a lot of concepts that aren't part of traditional chess, as well as different chess pieces and even boards. I'm constantly revising and expanding it. So far, there are over 30 editions.
What an ambitious project.
True. That's one reason why it's been difficult to catch on. But I don't feel that making it easier to learn is necessarily a good thing. Isn't one of the joys of playing chess to continually learn and progress through a complex set of rules?
So how do we get people interested in it?
I think the key will be to make something that easily catches the attention of people who haven't played much chess before. I'm planning to make a new set with the board and pieces based on the battle for Liyue. One side will play the Guardians of Liyue Harbor. The other side will play the Fatui and Osile.
Not this chess piece also being propaganda. I guess it's kind of good propaganda, but like, oh my gosh. It sounds fun.
No problem. I will let you try it out as soon as I finish the prototype. I want to make each of the chess pieces of Liyue Millennial as true to life as possible.
I want this game.
And no Guardians of Liyue chess set would be complete without you, would it?
You're going to make a chess piece based on me?
I am indeed. Many of them, in fact. My thinking was that only people who pre-order the chess set at full price will be eligible to receive the limited edition Traveler chess piece.
Ooh.
It seems only fitting for someone of your status.
So I'm part of the marketing plan.
Naturally, since you are the face of that historic event. I intend to make chess pieces for everyone who was involved that day.
Zhao chess
including
pieces?
myself.
Zhao? Kachi? Ganyu? Everyone else? I like that.
Everyone who owns this chess set will preserve this moment in history in a vivid and compelling form.
Sounds great.
Then it's decided. Come with me. To make this chess piece, I need to take some measurements.
Oop. Oop. No, I do not want to talk to Kuching right now. One thing I just... Okay. Weird. That was the wrong one. Why are we going here?
Oh, Lady Ningguang and the Traveler.
You already know each other?
We've met before.
Oh, I think it goes a little deeper than that. I don't teach my hard-earned skills to just anyone, you know.
I see, younger.
There's a word for people like you, who are warm one minute and cold the next. Fickle.
You seem to be in a good mood today.
As ever, there's nothing special about today, but seeing you two has definitely perked me up. All jokes aside, how can I be of service today?
Remember the custom chess pieces I told you about? I'd like you to take his measurements today.
But isn't she in the porcelain business?
Whatever business I'm in, I am first and foremost a woman of many talents. Don't you remember when I taught you how to make perfume? There was no porcelain involved in that. As it happens, I am a skilled tailor as well. What can I say? I'm in the prime of my youth and I love all beautiful things. Is that so strange?
Yingar is every bit as proficient as any of the top
Yingar?
tailors in the land.
Okay.
I've availed myself of her services many times before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing that the Traveler only thinks I'm good at one thing. I see how it is. In which case, you'll find all the tools you could need in the room. Please, help yourselves. I'll stay outside and mind my own porcelain business, as you quite rightly suggested.
Huh? What are you expecting me to do here?
Oh, I think the Traveler is the one you should be asking about that.
It's not a single word.
I'm kidding. It's hard not to tease when you're both so well matched. Come on then, step inside and I'll examine your body from tip to toe.
Why? Why?
If I hear any strange new rumors after this, you will be my #1 suspect.
Rumors about the Traveler or the chess piece?
Oh my god.
Either. Both are confidential.
Don't worry, I know where the line is. I'd never take a joke too far. Secrets are only fun when they're kept secret.
I hope you do know where the line is.
Just enough with the ambiguous phrasing, okay? You'll give people the wrong idea. Forget it. Let's just go.
You're always welcome at Scent of Spring. Come again, anytime.
I slightly regret bringing you here. It doesn't bother me. I just hope she didn't make you feel too awkward.
Oh, I wonder.
Now that your measurements are taken, let's go to Mingxing Jewelry and put an order in.
Uh-huh. Okay then, moving on.
And away I go!
like it's only open at night. Or I'm at the wrong one.
Hello, Lady Ningguang. What can I do for you today?
That chess piece I told you about? We can start work now. I have the traveler's measurements here.
Okay, let me just double check. Looks good. This has all the measurements we need. I'll pass them on to the craftsman shortly.
Good. And as agreed, please use top-grade materials only.
Of course, we are professionals, and we will do everything we can to deliver the high standard you expect. Although, speaking to you as a friend, I have to tell you that the sale price you indicated won't even cover the cost of production. I don't mean just the material costs either. Waiting around for top quality materials drags out the production time and also reduces the total quantity we can produce.
That's okay. This one is not for profit. With every previous set, there's always been some degree of commercial or marketing considerations to bear in mind. But this one serves more of a commemorative purpose. To that point, as you know, the prototype of the Jade Chamber chess piece has been in the works for a long time, but I haven't once followed up on the progress.
Jade Chamber? There's a Jade Chamber piece in this chess set?
Yes, and just like your piece, the Jade Chamber piece will be scaled for the game.
I now understand. Think she's concerned.
Yes, it's a challenging project, but also, not-for-profit is really not something I ever expected from Lady Ningguang. How do I put it? It just seems out of character.
In business, everything comes down to profits versus losses. You have to keep a cool head and make rational judgments. In other words, you must be shrewd. But shrewdness is easily perceived as cynicism in the eyes of others. People come to think of you as someone who cares only about money and not people. Hardly the worst thing in the world, of course. But it has caused obstacles for me in the past.
How?
Well, for example, I once had a case where someone backed out of a deal with me to sell to someone else. We were both offering the exact same terms. It was simply because they didn't like me very much. Another case is where I offered distinctly more competitive terms in an investment, and this ended up arousing their suspicion. That Ningguang, they thought. She must be up to something. We can't let her get away with it.
I see.
But these problems disappeared all but completely after the battle against Ersail. Why? Because the whole of Liyue witnessed me destroying my Jade Chamber. At least, that's the most reasonable explanation I could think of.
Oh, I get it. You're saying that back when you sacrificed the Jade Chamber, you gained everyone's respect in return. You're not seeking to make a profit from these chess pieces because what you're commemorating is your personal contribution to Liyue Harbor. It was the deal of the century. And as long as you keep capitalizing on it, business will be plain sailing for you in the future.
Yes, exactly. Very to the point.
Truly a brilliant strategy, Lady Ningguang. You really are a business mastermind. Now I understand why this set needs to be so perfect and why it's okay that it doesn't turn a profit.
It will be a lot of work, and I'm most grateful to you. Make sure the Traveler's piece is exactly how he wants it. We can't go letting him down.
Don't you worry. We'll put our all into it.
Well, that's that then. Let's head back to the Jade Chamber. There's something I want to discuss with you.
Oh. Hello, Kaching. I will see you later. We had to talk to Kaching first. Oh well. Hello.
You've arrived. I've made all the necessary preparations and even packed some handmade snacks.
This seems like a lot just to go to Jayun Cursed.
Oh, that reminds me. I've also prepared some launch tubes made by Pony. I hope the Adepti will like them. Is there anything else I should bring?
I think that should be everything.
Good. In that case, let's first pay Madame Ping a visit in the city before heading out to Jueyun Karst.
Jueyun Karst. And she disappears. Hey, yeah, we back here now.
I have a question for you, and I'd like to hear your honest opinion.
Okay.
And I, in turn, will tell you how I really think.
Okay.
When we were at Mingxing Jewelry, I admitted that my decision to sacrifice the Jade Chamber was a calculated one. I had already considered what I stood to lose and to gain. When you heard that, did it make you think that maybe I really was a cynical profit chaser after all?
The point is, you stepped up when the time came.
Thank you. Yes. You see things the way they are, however they may appear on the surface. I was lying to Xingxi. My decision to destroy the Jade Chamber was nowhere near as thought through as I made it out to be. I just thought we should do what needed to be done, and this was a decision that only I could make. Afterwards, I consoled myself by reasoning that all my wealth comes from Leo Harbor. So, to lose Leo Harbor is to lose everything. In that sense, giving up the Jade Chamber would be a profitable investment in the long term. But it just didn't work. I was grief-stricken. Like a huge part of my heart was suddenly missing.
You've been so much time to work on your first Jade Chamber, and then you destroyed it. It's understandable that you would feel grief for it, even though it is a material thing, but you worked so hard for it.
Because I had just severed ties with a lifelong companion.
Exactly, exactly.
I stared out at the sea for goodness knows how long. I just couldn't let it go. I just couldn't.
And that's why you wanted to get another one built, and we have another one, and it's not a replacement, but
there was no way I could console myself. So why bother trying? ...
But
as time went by, I received so many thank you gifts and letters from people. Everyone was describing how they now saw me in a new light, how I'd become an inspiration to them. I gave up the Jade Chamber without a moment's hesitation, and I did it for the sake of Leo Harbor. And now, people are inspired to follow my example, to tackle their life challenges with the same unswerving determination.
it's a good thing, but you're also allowed to feel your feelings, you know?
All of this was so encouraging to hear. It made me feel that my dear old companion's sacrifice was not in vain.
So why did you lie to Xingxia?
Because to most people, the idea that Lady Ningguang is someone who battles with grief and struggles to let go of the past is probably the furthest thing from the truth that they could imagine. This is one aspect of the truth that I can share only with you.
Why?
The fact that I can't always be as strong as everyone thinks I am.
The most difficult time has passed.
Thank you for your comforting words. It feels good even just to be able to talk about it.
And we're gonna do the bad ending right after this. It's gonna hurt me. It's gonna hurt me.
I'm sorry that you have to see me in this state, but look where I am now. Standing on the deck of the Jade Chamber once more, taking in the view. And if I end up having to do it all over again in the future, I will not hesitate to make the same decision again.
Unchanging will. Through countless melancholy moments, The clouds are now at last clear. Gazing ahead, she will surely make the right decisions. 2 more routes to go. Oh? Looks like I don't have to do the bad ending. I hope there's some time for time off. I just realized it's critical role tonight. So, I'm gonna end it off here. I am going to do the rest on my own. And it'll be a little bit for more Genshin content to pop up. Unless, like, I feel like doing something with friends. But, yeah. I really enjoyed playing Genshin Impact, and today was really fun. I hope everyone has a good day. And we'll see you guys next time. We're gonna try something to raid, so just sit tight.